Hello everyone, Galactic Seas. Today we're going to be forging some NFTs for to turn into, well, we'll be forging some cards to turn into NFTs on Gods Unchained. So we'll actually be forging cards based on their rarity. I have a list here of the cards that I wanted to forge, and it'll probably most likely be the top ones that we have here. We're going to go ahead and get started with that here. The process will be forging, and then later on we'll be listing. This might be a two-part video, so we'll do forging cards, and then from there I'll show you my process of uploading them and what I do in order to list them for sale um, to possibly get some ETH. All right, so we start out with the Low-King Disciple. It takes two cards that are plain, as it says right here, and the cards will be fused using Flux and God coins. Depending on how many cards, or depending on what type of card you're fusing, that's how much it'll cost in Flux and God's coins. So let's go ahead and get that started. All right, so the process starts here on in-app in the game. However, it does continue over to the the web the web part of this. So you got to connect your MetaMask wallet. I'm going to click sign, and I strongly recommend reading and following this message here. It's very important for your MetaMask account. It's better that you initiate transactions and have them have it be something that's generated from you, that started from you. So Loki and Disciple was one of the cards that we just did. The next card is going to be just a second. I'm going to see about no, there should have been an order. That's okay. We'll go on with this one. I have a list here that I'm going by. So what I did was, you notice how there's the flux and the God coin amount it takes. It's less. It's all based on the type of card and the feasting process. So the way so I had to do quite a bit of research in order to figure out which cards were to me worth fusing, so that I could later on upload them for to put up for sale for ETH. So it looks like I went out of order here on my list a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so this is going to be the process all the way through when it comes to forging. You're going to continue to go back and forge the cards. We'll do Sentry Post next. This one's about the same. So depending on the class and type they're at, some of them will be right around the same amount. However, the cards that are better, like legendaries and mythics and so on, will actually be a lot more in Flux and in God coins. So you're just going to follow the same process here that you've been doing before. You'll want to make sure that you have enough gods and Flux to be able to have this process to be able to do this process here. All right, we're going to be doing Dust to Dust. This card is really awesome. So destroy all creatures with mana cost 3 or less, or with mana cost 2 or 3. Very, very OP. It's definitely a strong card. I've debated whether I want to sell some of these cards or not. I'm going to make sure this closes out. Just because I could use them later on in the I could use them later on in one of my decks or in game. A little early for that. Okay, so now we're in order. Looks like I jumped around before when I was looking at these. So you see that the cost is the same as some of the other cards, and we'll go back and go through the history, and I'll show you what that looks like as well. So essentially, this is what we'll be doing back and forth, connecting the wallet, signing the contract. And I confirm here. And you'll start to see the balance going down on Gods Unchained here. Oh, this card is very, very OP, very strong. I've lost quite a few matches to this card here. It's interesting that it's such a low fusing cost because it actually is going pretty for quite a bit. Let's see, Red Fiend Serum is going for 0.003299 ETH. Now we'll be fusing these cards in hopes to be able to put them up for sale on Immutable and have them possibly earn us some ETH. Now the cards, let's see. So this is the process that I'm doing. It's please do your own research. Go ahead and look into everything that needs to be done. Make sure you have everything that you need to have this process going. This is just educational purposes only. It's for you to watch and kind of see the process that I personally take and what I do with my cards and the stuff that I earn through the game Gods Unchained here that we're playing. Whatever you decide to do with your collection or NFTs is completely up to you. Like I said before, the process for me is collecting cards, collecting God coins and dust or flux, and then later on fusing them, and then after that putting them up on selling platforms for possible selling of your cards and earning NFT or selling your NFTs and then earning ETH out of it. I do have some videos where I have purchased cards from the NFT or from the NFTs that are sold or the cards that are sold through Immutable. Okay, just a second. I seem to have lost my place. So we're looking for the card called Dark Knives, and we might just have to search them from this point on. There it is. So this one's a little bit less. However, that card I see going for 0.00037 ETH. Now I like to put up cards for sale at once and then go from there and then just wait. It's essentially a waiting game. Somebody may need the cards, or people could pick them up. Based on what's happening in the meta. Some people may or may not need the cards. Some people, it might be a card that they're missing for a collection or a type of deck that they might be trying to finish. Okay, that was Dark Knives. We're gonna go to Deadly. This is another popular card for the. Oh, I'm really glad we have two of them. That's really nice. So this is a really popular card in the. Excuse me. With the warrior deck, and it's actually very, very OP. So the process is going to be the same: signing, accepting, logging in, finishing, confirming. We're going to forge the second set as well. I keep looking at my balance on the Gods Unchained um, here, and I keep thinking it's 2.3, but it's 2.37 thousand. It really throws me off a little bit. The process does take a little bit of time, but to me, it's definitely worth taking that time to get these cards fused and get them ready, so that you have them, first of all, in your collection, and then secondly, ready for whatever you decide to do with them. For example, like me, um, it'll be to put them up for sale. This card is a very fun card for the Deception God. She's very, very cool. I've seen a lot more plays with that. The health and so it starts out hidden, and then the health and attack change. While hidden, you can give it quite a bit of attack, and then just have a prepped ready card or ready minion to attack or something heavy to deal with the next time around. So I'm looking over off screen a little bit. I got to make sure that I'm staying within a good time frame here. I do want to do. There will be a second video where we do part two, in which we do my process of uploading them and how I have them put up for how I have them put up to be put up for sale for ETH. Now with I didn't see the cost on that, but we can check that later. Now, and on Immutable, you have the option to put them up for sale on either for ETH, Gods, I think IMX, the Immutable coin, or USD, I believe as well. So you have different type of currency options that you can choose to use for that. Or again, down to our last one. I don't know if I really want to forge this one. However, if I forge it, or if I fuse it, and then I put it up for sale, and I get ETH out of it, that ETH could possibly help me. That ETH could go towards getting possible better cards in card packs. So I don't withdraw my ETH personally. I let it accumulate as much as I can, and then I buy card packs with that same ETH that I earned by selling those cards, and then I keep an ecosystem of forging, fusing, and then listing them up for sale. All right, so Marshwalker was the last one that we had to fuse. Well, that was on my list here for fusing. So that'll be it. That's it for this video. That's my process and what I personally do. Excuse me. Man, too bad I can't edit that out. I might. I don't know. Anyway, that's my process on how I fuse cards and get them ready to be put up on different platforms. I'm going to be using Token Trove and also Immutable X to put these up. These cards up for sale, and then hopefully they'll sell for me, and I'll get some ETH. And with that ETH, like I said, we're going to keep the continuous system in which sell, acquire ETH, buy more card packs, hopefully get better cards or cards that are good enough to follow that same process again. List them, and possibly sell for ETH, and then so on and so forth. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time.